Hey everyone, welcome back to Move Me to Pittsburgh podcast. This is the show where we break down Pittsburgh real estate news, local stories, and conversations shaping life around the city.
We are your hosts. I'm Cassie.
This is David Kerr.
Whether you are tuning in for market insight, neighborhood talk, or a fresh take of everything that we have going on around here in the city of Pittsburgh, we are very glad you're here.
Yep, we sure are. We do see every comment, every like, every subscribe button you hit. We want to
That's
remind you, of
right.
course, if you've been watching us for some time now, make sure to hit that like button,
Yeah.
whether it's on Apple Podcasts or it's on YouTube. It looks like most of our viewership is coming from YouTube. So we
Yep.
certainly appreciate you tuning in every week. We missed last week again,
I did.
so we're going to double down. We're going to hit you twice this week, huh?
Oh, well, yeah, sure. Here we are already Thursday, but sure. It
What
happens.
you
It's
been up to
busy. We're
lately?
in the craziness of summer. I mean, it is starting to wind down, but it has been very busy. So, well,
Yeah,
at
so
least
check
we're
us
coming
out. I
back.
got a text I think last Thursday. I didn't never thought I'd see it. Cassie reaches out and she says, "Tell me more about." I'm getting a brain fart. What's it called?
The RAD Pass.
The RAD Pass.
I forgot all about that, actually. Wow.
We talked
That,
about it for probably 2 hours on the podcast, and
yeah.
yeah. So I said, "Look,
I
you got to get a library pass. I don't know
Yeah.
whether you go in person or you can get it online. We went in
Did it
person to
online.
get it, but yeah. So you are able to get it online. That is confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So, well, I
beautiful.
I had already had one because I use like the Libby app where you can borrow books from the library. So I
Hmm.
forgot I had a library card. Yeah. So I wanted to go to the zoo because we have been talking for how many weeks now about the little baby lion cub. So I really wanted to go to the zoo finally, see her. She made her debut, I think last week, the beginning of last week. So I was really excited and I had reached out to Dave and just said like, is this part of the rad or what kind of deal do you get with the rad pass on this? And he was like, well, you get in for free. So of course I tried it. It is true. So it sounds like one calendar or like one time per calendar year, you and a guest can get in for free. So we did. I went and saw the sweet little cub. Uh, Perfect. Just like she's just as cute as all the photos and the videos showed us. We when we first got there, we didn't get there till late afternoon because I did have a showing, so it was already really hot out and they were just kind of chilling, napping the whole time. You couldn't really see her. She was napping behind a log behind dad. So I'm going to see if I can pull up the picture. I don't know if you can see that there that I have. So that was her and mom once they finally were moving. But yeah, like I said, for a while they were napping. And then eventually they did get up when we did a second loop before we left to see if she was awake yet. And then she got up and started really playing, was chasing mom around, smacking mom, just biting at her legs, just being very playful, stalking her, hopping out at her. So it was really fun. There was a whole bunch of people there taking photos, videos. And so I actually posted this along with a video of her playing on our social media page, and I actually had people from all over commenting on it. And turns out that this one lady commented on it and was like, I was there for this exact moment. And she was so
Oh,
sweet. I have so many pictures. So I looked at her profile. It turns out she was the lady standing next to me while I was doing it. So yeah, it was pretty cool though. So definitely worth going and seeing her. Like I said, if she's not active, do a second walk around, see if she is then. But so
what
precious.
what day did you go to? Was it Saturday or Sunday?
I
Did you
went
say
Saturday.
Saturday? And you got the tickets what, late Thursday, or was it Friday through the Rad Pass?
I think I did it actually Wednesday night. I remember doing it
Oh,
while I
okay.
was at the kickball field.
Hmm.
Yeah, so like I said,
So
I just had to get my library card and went onto the RAD website where it says to like redeem a pass, looked up the zoo, typed in my library card and whatever pin I had chosen for it. Luckily, I remembered that. And they just, whenever I went to the zoo, you could go to like the guest services section. So you skip the line of people getting tickets, go over to guest services, show your ID. They just make sure that it matches what's on there. They give you a little thing to scan, and we were in.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
So
So you did have to have an ID to
yeah,
get the RAD. Yeah. So you did have to show your ID to prove that you are from Allegheny County.
yeah. It wanted to make sure that you match the name on the paper that, or the, I guess I showed a digital pass, as long as your name matched that and the date that you chose. So yeah, we were able to choose which date we were going.
Yeah. Yep. So that just shows you waited till Wednesday and you still got a what, two passes?
Yep. So I
Yeah.
was able to take a guess. So
On one of the
we
most
both went, which I'm
extremely
not gonna
busy
lie.
weekends right after
Yeah,
the.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't look at the passes whatsoever. I just downloaded it, was good to go, and was like, "Oh no, we need a second one, so you get in for free too." And hurried up. This is how I know that you can get a library card online, because I hurried up, got him one, and then I found out as we're standing in line at the zoo that we redeemed both of our free for two people. But hey, it's okay. We will just pay next time we go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the one pass that you get is good for two people. Pay attention to that, unlike me.
Oh, I see what you guys did. I was just gonna
Yeah.
say that is the one workaround, is this the next person gets the next one. So you
Yeah.
can go anywhere really twice as a couple.
Yeah. Yeah. So just don't be
Um,
like me and not look at that and redeem them both for the same day. But it's okay.
hmm Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah, so anybody that's wondering, if you have not heard of one of the previous episodes, that is a government-run program. That
Mhm.
is why Allegheny County has the additional 1% tax on purchases.
Yeah.
So use that. I don't think they push that enough. It works just like a library card, so there's only so many of them. It's similar to like Libby, you said,
Yep.
where there's maybe two or three passes available per day.
Mm.
So you waited till Wednesday and still was able to get one on Saturday.
Yeah.
There's a lot of places you can go. I think the
Yeah.
zoo was the biggest bang for your buck. What's it cost to get into the zoo now? Like
It
22 per
upped to
adult?
$30. It used to be, it was 20 last year when I went. I think it was like 19.99. But when I looked this year, it was $30 a piece.
Amazing.
So it did
So
go
did you
up.
say $60?
It would have been for both of us to go. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think the zoo is the biggest bang for your buck. There's all
Yeah.
kind of options on places where you can go with
Yeah.
those passes. Um,
I know my mom was also saying, she's been looking into it, that I guess every now and then, I don't know the exact details on this, but for like seniors, they give like I think they can get a ticket and bring someone. It's just on
oh,
specific dates. So I don't know
oh,
exactly when that is, but it's also something worth looking into if you are of that age. Sorry, mom, but if you're a little bit older and count as the seniors, then yeah, you might be able to also snag a ticket that way as well. But yeah, Rad Pass seemed cool. Has a lot of the museums and everything on there. I know the aviary is also on there that I saw.
hmm.
And I know things come and go because I have looked at the website before, and they do like different things. Like I remember the one time they were doing like tours of Acrisure Stadium or like PNC Park, like stuff like that. If they, I think those were like the rad days. But yeah, so I know things change with that, but I finally did it, and I will say I will be back. I will do it again.
Yeah.
I will promote it as well now.
Yeah, the Carnegie Museum's on there.
Yep.
They haven't updated the name here, but the what is it? Cayman Center's on here.
Yeah, the Science
I wonder if
Center.
you guys could have went there last week.
I
Here's
think
one.
it's just to get into the Science Center. So I guess if you see, we went after the Science Center closed and got the go-kart tickets. But if you go during the day, you have to pay the admission of the Science Center. And then you do get, I think it's like a discounted on the go-kart tickets. But yes, I mean, you could always do that. Maybe get in there and then grab the tickets for the go-karts.
Okay. Yeah, there's too many on here to even name.
Yeah,
Venture Outdoors is now on here.
there you go.
Very cool. Um, the Frick is on here. The museum. That's going to be really good coming up here in the fall and we get into
Yeah.
the holidays. But yeah, a lot of cool things. Check that out. I can't remember. I think it's $35 if you do not live in Allegheny County to get the pass. I could be mistaken. Trying to find it while I'm speaking, but
That's
right
okay.
there, if you are coming to um, Pittsburgh from, let's say, out of the county, you could just order or purchase a RAD Pass
Yeah,
and schedule your visit here around using the RAD Pass and the different businesses and
absolutely.
museums that are working it.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So other than the zoo, you been up to anything else?
Yeah, I went to the Pirates game last Friday and we went early. So I don't know when they do it, but I know that night they were doing like the Miller Light Bar, which is the one out behind center field, not the big one when you first go up the stairs, which I think is Fatheads. It's the one next to it. So they do like a happy hour for an hour before the game started. So we just decided to go in early, see what was going on. We were just sitting there right next to the bar, and some workers came up to us and offered us an upgrade for our seats, which actually we didn't have seats. We just had standing room tickets, so it worked out. We ended up in the Miller Light in Right, is what they're called. So it was 4 like nice seats. I'll have to get that photo up too. They were, like I said, behind right field, but it's like in the right field like wall. So there is a like a fence that you kind of sit behind so you don't get hit because you are even below like the home run thing. But yeah, I'll show you. We got to sit, and then they put you on the scoreboard. They announced to the whole stadium that you're there and everything. Yeah, it was. So yeah, it was pretty cool. But yeah, it was just these really nice seats. They were like almost like little rockers. Like you could they were very comfortable. They had on the tables were the little like magnetic chargers for your phone. And at the time, 4 of us were allowed to sit in for the camera. So like I said, they announced that we were the special winners of this. And then afterwards, they let us bring in the other 2 people that were with us. But it was really cool, really fun, and definitely a very enjoyable experience. We were right above where the pierogi race is, so we got to just look down, watch them go by, and everybody was just like looking in, like waving at us. It was really neat. I will say because of this, I was having so much fun that I'm not sure I really paid that much attention to the game last weekend, but I know we won and it was a good time. So if you ever get asked to have upgraded seats, check it out. It might be something like this. I guess it's called Light in Right because it's hosted by Miller Lite and it is in right field. So it was cool.
Oh, that's really neat.
Yeah, it was fun. Very fun time.
Yeah. Oh, couldn't beat that.
Yeah, totally worth it.
Yeah.
So yeah, what have you been up to?
Cool. Um, Lots of sushi. I've been up,
Yeah.
tried 2 different spots. There's a one in Monroeville. It's
Okay.
called, I'm going to chop it up, Tokyo. Tapia Tokyo. We've been there before. Went to sushi. Can't remember what we got. And then I got a call from one of my first, wasn't, well, I guess it could be one of my first clients ever in real estate. He bought his first house at, I think he was probably 70 at the 70s at the time.
Okay.
His sister called and said that he passed away,
Oh no.
and he requested that you sell his home when the time comes.
Oh
And
wow.
I thought that's just amazing. You know,
Yeah.
it would have been 2018 was when I sold him that house,
Wow.
and didn't keep in touch.
Yeah.
And he still
But you made a
remembers reaching
lasting
out
impression.
and sell that house. So I thought one of the places that we went while we were viewing homes was this Yokoso in Homestead to
Ooh,
get
yeah.
sushi. And I don't know if he served in somewhere overseas, and he showed me how to put the sushi in the wasabi and mix it up, and then you take the sushi and you let it sit there. I typically would splash it around.
Yeah,
It's funny, I
yeah,
remember
dippy.
this. But yeah, you like set it there, and then you like talk, and then after a little bit, you take it. It's
Okay.
the rice soaks up the soy sauce.
Soy sauce.
So sat in, I think, the same spot, and that was a celebration for him. And
Aw.
I thought, man, I got to keep in better touch with past clients. If you guys,
Yeah.
one of our past clients are watching this episode, reach out. I got to do the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, that house will be coming soon. That's over in West Mifflin. It's a ranch, 3-bed, 1-bath. He did turn the place into a
Very nice.
real nice house. But yeah,
That's awesome. I love that.
there was half price books we went to. I typically get any books at like a book sale. I think
Mhm.
I tell you every single time I end up with 10 books, fill
Yeah,
a
you guys
bag,
always luck out there with
fill a
those.
bag for $1 and leave with like 10, 15 books. So I don't typically go into any of these stores other than what's it called? Barnes and Nobles.
Barnes and Noble.
I bought a book there in probably 10 plus years, but I just like
Yeah.
going in and looking at the books and smelling the place. I guess it smells good.
Yeah.
But yeah, half price books in Monroeville, they had a great local section. I mean, they had the way they set them up. They have 3 bookshelves in U shapes, and then each one has like a different theme. Well, they had a great section of Pittsburgh books. I got a couple of them. But yeah, definitely check that out.
They have
Real nice
they have a
supply.
half price books in Ross Township on McKnight Road. I wonder if that's like the same thing. Because I was
Yeah,
just
you
there for the
look
first
at
time the
that.
other day. It
Oh,
was
you
really
were in the
cool.
place.
The one in Ross Township, I went in for the
Oh,
first time the other day. Yeah,
yeah.
I liked it. Can't believe I've
Yeah.
been sleeping on that place.
Oh, so you were in there too. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I've been driving through New Kensington for probably 13 years, and I never knew there was a house of 1,000 beers. That's right on the main drag, like coming into, well, actually, maybe like leaving New Ken, but heading towards like Lower Borough. It's
Okay.
right by one of the sheets. I thought the food was great. I actually saw a fellow realtor in there, Marvin. Shout out to Marvin. Uh, but yeah, that was cool.
I'll have
But
to
just a
try it.
beer food, nice little outdoor section.
There
They
you
maybe
go.
need to like write a couple articles about having such a nice outdoor section, because when you type in outdoor sections in Pittsburgh Metro, they don't come up. But that was a
Yeah.
really nice little spot there.
Yeah. And I mean, that's like multiple times now that we have talked about New Kensington and some of the nice places they have there, which I still cannot for the life of me remember that one brewery I went to there. But yeah, they had a huge outdoor section with like a really, like you could tell they had a little stage that they must do some type of live music on sometimes, like an outdoor
Yep.
bar that they can set up at times. And it was really nice. A lot of picnic tables.
Oh,
So it was,
that's
dog friendly. There were kids running around everywhere, just families having a great time. So
That's
I
right.
could
That would have
see.
probably been on Fifth Avenue. There's
Yeah.
Voodoo there, and then no, not Perpetual,
I
another
can't,
one.
yeah, I
But
can't think of what it is.
that is a
It's,
really slept on area for
yeah.
anybody that doesn't already live here, and you're searching for a place. There are some very nice sections of New Kensington, and um, I think Penn State did a lot to help them. There's a lot of areas, and they all shout out Penn State. So I don't know where that
I need to go
connection.
there more often then.
Yeah, that's how they got a lot of those big breweries, and they're not little local, you know,
Yeah.
hobbyists. Those are real breweries.
Yeah.
But there's a section up on the hill in New Kensington, right off of the main drag where I'm talking about, called. It's where George Washington. He obviously didn't live there, but where George Washington, Mount Vernon,
Oh
is
yeah, yeah,
what that section is called up there on the hill. That is a beautiful section of town, and you can get in there for a really nice place under 300,000.
yeah. Okay.
That's a great
Yeah.
section of town for anybody that's just getting priced out of some other sections. You can
Yeah.
get a lot of bang for your buck there. Yeah. Otherwise, when we were in the Tokyo Monroeville sushi place, we just found out they built this massive shooting range and gun shop. It's
Mm.
called called something really like generic. Range USA is what it's called. We
Okay.
The lights were all on and the door was unlocked, so we went in, and then like immediately somebody caught us at the door and they're like, hey, we're closed. You guys, our grand opening is on Monday.
Oh,
But that is if that's something you're into, or you're into self-defense and want to learn how to defend yourself, that would be a really nice place to go. It's right here close to home. It's going to
very
be
cool.
tough for them to compete with that. There's one up in Wexford called Keystone Gun Range. That's
Oh,
more like a club. I think you
yeah.
pay, and there's like a cigar lounge. There's like a section for people to chill. Like it's almost like a country club. Um, check that one out real quick. That's Keystone Gun Range. That is one of the
Love Wexford.
prettiest gun ranges
Yeah.
that I have ever seen up there in Keystone, or up there in Wexford. Check this one
Wexford's
out.
a great area. I love Wexford. They have so much going on up there. Oh, even
Yeah,
the building's nice.
look at that building.
Yeah.
But there's a section somewhere in this, yeah, right there to our right. It's got a real nice
Yeah.
lounge.
Interesting.
You can take any of the guns out and shoot them if you're a member. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. I
Similar
like
to
it.
like a sportsman's club, I guess, where you can hang out and have some drinks.
Yeah. Very interesting.
I'm trying to stop the machine from sharing, but it's lagging. Bear with me.
It's all right. At least we have a nice building to look at.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Like I said, Wexford has a lot of good things going on up there. Like I now live closer to it now that I'm in the North Hills, so I do go through Wexford a lot, and it's so beautiful. I feel like anytime I go through there, they have is it Sorgels? Is that the one that's in
Oh
Wexford?
yeah.
Yeah. I went there last year for their fall fest, so I'm excited to go back again this year. We got some pumpkins and everything there, and they have like the nice little market, which we didn't actually go through, but I do want to try some of their stuff because I heard everybody there that day saying how great everything was. But yeah, so
That's
definitely
Shortles. Is that?
definitely getting excited for the fall stuff to come now that summer's winding down.
Oh
We
yeah,
could
we
probably do
got.
like an entire podcast on everything to do in the fall here in Pittsburgh because we have so many different pumpkin patches, like farmers markets and everything that are open in the fall.
Yeah, I can't remember if Shorgles is the one that we went to recently, but they're gonna probably, if it's the one that I'm thinking of, have they just had the wildflower one, but the sunflowers, I believe, are now bloomed,
Okay.
if not sometime in August. And a lot of this, we'll get to it too. We're hitting some records this year with rain. That is going to make a lot of these fall activities very vibrant and beautiful.
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody remembers last year, but we had some really bad drought, and it caused us almost to go from summer straight to all the leaves dying and turning
Yeah.
brown. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of
Did
these.
not have much of a fall.
So a lot of these places here are going to be doing really, really well.
Yeah, that is true. Well, makes you
Something,
feel a little better about the rain, but yeah, we'll get to that.
yeah, something exciting to look forward to.
Yeah, turn the negative
Well,
into a
we
positive.
can talk about. We might as well hit it right now. We are right now breaking records for the wettest August ever recorded. I think it started recorded in
Yeah.
1932. So we have 5.84 inches of rain,
Wow. Yeah.
which just broke a record, and it's still raining outside right now. So it's not
Yeah, I say it's been
good.
raining all day, all day.
Yeah.
I made a comment the other day that I am seeing so many mushrooms, like everywhere I look. We were playing kickball the other day, shocker. But I looked down on the field below us, and I mean, I'm talking there were ones like this big around, like coming
Whoa.
out of the ground, like like at least 10 of them in this one section, then just like the little ones all over the place. I found a couple in my backyard, like taking my dogs on a walk. And I was like, why is there so many mushrooms this year? And then Blue Tree was like, well, I mean, well, it has been raining a lot. I was like, I guess that's true. Like, we don't usually see this much rain in August. Like, but we had a nice summer though. I'll give it that. But yeah, it has been very wet. So I am seeing all kinds of things.
Yeah. So it feels like it's raining every other day, and now
Yeah.
The people measuring it have confirmed it is the wettest. It almost 6 inches, and it's only what, the 20th, and
Yeah.
I think it started raining last night at about 2 or 3 a.m. and it has not stopped all day.
Yeah. I
Which
think
is,
here, I'll
go
peek
ahead.
right now. Yeah. It finally stopped here in the North Hills. So
Yeah.
we might see it's getting a little brighter out there finally. Like, yeah, when I was trying to work this morning, sitting in my kitchen because it was the brightest room in the house without the lights on. And I was just like, this is one of those days you just want to take a nap. Like, it was so dark. The dogs thought it was like nighttime, so they all three slept all day. And I was just like, it was a dreary day, but
Hmm.
it's okay.
Yeah.
We're
So,
getting
what
there.
are some takeaways for somebody that's paying attention to this rain? If you're a seller or you're a homeowner right now, you must have a dehumidifier in your basement. Even
Yeah.
if it's drywalled and it does not feel damp behind those walls, it is 100% humid. So get those dehumidifiers going. And if you're a buyer, I think today was one of them days where we pulled into the gym, forgot the headphones. It's raining
Yeah.
super hard. And we're like, how about we just go home and work out at the home gym? Uh, you got to go out and look at homes in this weather. This is the
Yeah.
best time for a buyer to be looking and touring homes. You can't rely on not every house you can go under contract and then have a home inspector come and look at it,
Yeah.
but you can go in and you can go straight to the basement. That's the key. When you go into these homes, you got to go straight to the basement. Don't start on
Yeah.
the third or second and work your way down, because you fall in love with all the beautiful fixtures and that sort of thing, and then come to find out you get to the basement and there's running water,
Yeah.
right? So this is a
Yeah.
really, really great time to be out looking at homes. Don't turn into a turtle and wait. Get
Yeah.
out there
Oh
and
yeah,
look.
it's great. That I actually last weekend, like I said before I went to the zoo, I had a third showing on a house. They
Mhm.
absolutely loved this property. It was in Polish Hill. It was redone very nicely. Like it was great. But it did rain a couple days leading up to it, and the basement had a lot of water, so it ended up just kind of becoming too much for them. So, but like you said, it was great to be able to see that after all of this rain that we've had, because I feel like every time we were there, it just looked like more and more water it wasn't like standing water, but you could definitely tell that it was very damp down there, and it's not like dehumidifier was going to just easily fix that. So it is really nice. And also I closed on a house the beginning of August where we ended up having to delay closing because the day of closing we walked in, and because it was so damp and we realized how much water was behind the walls, just a lot of mold at the bottom of like the basement stairs. So it was really nice to be able to see that, obviously, before we closed. But
Mhm.
definitely, I mean, I've seen it a lot, but it's something that I will like always think to tell my buyers now. Like, this is why it's so important, because I have seen it to an extreme at this point. So definitely a
Yeah.
good time to check it
So
out.
how did you guys end up remedying that? So what happened? What, you guys were on your final walkthrough and that's when you found out the issue got worse?
Yeah, so we already knew it was an issue. We had the home inspection. You saw like little bits, but when we looked at the house the first time, and I mean, we were there multiple times with different inspectors because it was a Pittsburgh basement and stuff that was like slightly redone. So he had a couple different contractors come in and try to check out every aspect possible. So I want to say it was maybe 2 weeks, maybe less, that we had not been in that house. Which a lot of times you get the inspections done, it could be 3 or more weeks that you don't see this place. But I mean, this was probably less than 2 weeks, and I'm talking like a spot that was like this big. We came back and it was
Mm.
like this large of just mold. There's like a little closet underneath the stairs that had a couple little like veiny looking moldness at first, and then it was like the whole wall. You could see like the veins or whatever you want to call it. Like, so it became way more apparent of everything that was going on. So we did, reach out to the seller. I sent a bunch of pictures and videos and everything to the list agent and just said, like, here's what we found. So we actually brought in another, like, a mold expert then that next morning to get a better idea of what was going on. And
Mhm.
we ended up getting a pretty significant price drop for my buyer and ended up closing a couple days later.
Yeah, so
So,
that's the key right there. Even you've negotiated price off the get-go, you've negotiated again after inspection, and now
yeah,
you're a day before closing, and
yeah,
you continue to negotiate through that whole process. So
yeah.
that's
It never stops. Yeah.
for people to think, uh, it really never does stop.
Yeah.
It's just as important for the. I don't believe there was a dehumidifier in that home, right? That was one of the things where it
Yeah.
was a
There was not
request
one.
from the buyer was get a
Yeah.
dehumidifier in there. Let's stop it from
Yeah.
getting worse.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, you guys, everybody should have a dehumidifier, not one that you have to continue to go down and
Yeah.
dump out. You got
Yeah.
to have one that's continuously going.
Absolutely.
So
Makes a big
there's no such
difference.
thing, and that's something for somebody that's coming from a desert or coming from somewhere where it's really dry. We have one of the wettest uh, ground here
Yeah.
anywhere in the, anywhere along the East Coast here. It's extremely wet, and that's another thing. A lot of people are scared of termites. You talk to somebody that treats termites
Yeah.
or has a company. Wet soil is a breeding grounds for these termites. So
Yeah.
that's another thing. For $400 a year to have your property treated for these things, especially framed homes where it's just all sticks, wood.
Yeah.
You got to keep something to think about before you make a move. We are
Absolutely.
we do have damp soil here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lots of things to check out. But yeah, I mean, you know, like we were saying, summer is very quickly winding down. Today actually feels almost like fall since we've had all this rain. I think it's in the low 70s. But, end of summer means back to school. So I have seen a lot of, kids getting ready to go back to school. Of course, every store you're in, it's back to school, back to school. And I believe some of the districts, I think I have heard, I mean, I don't know how close to around here, have already gone back. Some are a little bit different. I know where I live, they go back next week. So that got me to looking to see what the rankings are this year of the schools, because Pittsburgh has had some of the top school districts in the state for as many years as I can remember. So I wanted to see where we stand this year. So I did look at the website US News this morning just to kind of see the top high schools in the area. So I looked at the top 20. So this one we ended up with Peters Township was at number 9. So that's the closest we got to the top. That's what, like 15 miles south of the city. Um, Upper St. Clair, which has been in the top for as long as I can remember. That is in at number 12. That's also about like 10, 15 miles south of the city. Fox Chapel came in at number 14. And again, this is high schools. So this one's just for high schools. So that's what, like, it's a little bit northeast of the city, so not too far. Mount Lebanon came in at number 15. That's another one that I always see or hear about. That's a little bit south of the city for those who don't know. Pine Richland High School came in at number 16. So that one's going to be North Gibsonia. Hampton High School came in at 18. And then there was Pittsburgh Kappa, which is 6 through 12. That one came in at 19. And then 20. So we have just pretty much been going down the list here at this point, a billion Pittsburgh ones in a row. South Fayette Township High School, which is McDonald, PA, which I want to say is 14-ish miles southwest of the city, if I'm good with my mileage. So yeah, those high schools came in, like I said, within the top 20. So that's 8 here within 15 miles of the city for high schools. And then top districts. So I did this according to the niche website, which I love to look at anytime I look at like a different area. They rank everything there is. So this one, I just looked at the top 10 school districts in the state. North Allegheny School District, which is in the North Hills, came in at number 2. So we were pretty high up on that one. And then, like we said, Mount Lebanon, the whole district came in at number 4. Fox Chapel, again, came in at number 5. Upper St. Clair came in at number 7. And South Fayette Township came in at number 8. So out of the top 10, we had 5 school districts that are top in the state. So
What is
a
that?
lot of
Niche.org?
yeah,
That most recent one?
.com or something. Yeah. Like I said, I like looking at that just because it breaks things down. They'll give you the grade diversity test scores, like stuff like that. I love looking at those. But yeah, so I mean, two different websites, US News and that one, just to see where we're ranking. And we're still up there. We got a lot of, now, of course, we were up against like the other ones we were up against were mostly around Philly. So it's kind of around like the bigger areas, but a few in the middle. But it was nice to see that Pittsburgh's still top up there. We have a lot of different areas to go, a lot of great schools. I used to be a teacher, so I actually had worked at a couple of these schools. I did Upper St. Clair for a little bit, Mount Lebanon. I subbed a little bit here and there at Hampton. So I loved those districts. So I can at least speak from experience that they were as fantastic as what they say. Now, of course, I did elementary school when I was there, but I loved it. Everything about it was perfect. No complaints.
Yeah, that's a really good resource, even for somebody that does not have children. Uh,
Yeah.
nicheitis.com.
Mhm.
A lot of people reach out and ask us for personal opinion on school districts and areas. We're just we just can give you the resources for you to do some of the own research, because we're all going to be biased, especially somebody that that works specifically in each school
Yeah.
district. Well, where are you going to get that sort of experience over firsthand, right? So,
Yeah.
but a lot of them, when they're big areas and you're asking specific, which one, give me different stories on this. I like that niche.com, because even
Absolutely.
people that have gone to school there, the teachers, you could be anonymous and put
Mhm.
reviews on, like rate my teacher. That's another one that
Yeah.
people have used in
Absolutely.
college. um, so yeah, some really cool resources for people to look into. And
Yeah.
like I said at the beginning of this, if you didn't have children, it is still extremely important, not so much for renters, but if you are purchasing in a school district,
Yeah.
you got to think of resale value,
Yeah.
right? If you land in one of those specific school districts that's top 10, top 20,
Yeah.
that is going to be great for resale value.
Absolutely. And like we said, they're all within what I say, like 15, 16 miles of the city. So I mean, you're not getting too far out. Of course,
Yeah,
time wise will depend on traffic, day of the week, but
yeah,
all of them are very easy to get to and from the city. You'll just get in like a nicer little suburb vibe, but you're still so close to everything that's going on.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, almost all of those are Pittsburgh Metro. That's what's
Yeah.
important. Some people, oh, that's not Pittsburgh. Well, it is,
Yeah.
right? You got to drive 40 miles to get to the airport. They call that Pittsburgh International. So it's still
Yeah.
Pittsburgh out there.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Uh, yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. It's great. But
So, speaking of school districts and where to purchase, we now the news has broke. They brought in a out of county, no local Allegheny County judges wanted to make the ruling, so they had to seek, from what I hear, somebody from Armstrong County to give the
yeah.
final court hearing. But they are now doing a sweeping reassessment. This is not really news. We knew this was coming. We just didn't know
Right.
when. Um, we've had for a long time what was called the newcomers tax, and
Hmm.
that was the only time you would get reassessed is if you would purchase a new home or you were doing renovations to a home and you pulled a building permit. So anybody, you kind of have to wonder. There's obviously going to be two sides to this. The city, the counties, the school districts, they're all having, in my opinion, spending issues, not necessarily income issues. Prices of everything are continuing to skyrocket, but uh, homeowners are now going to be paying for those reassessments. They are saying that some people are paying too much in taxes. Uh, I would imagine that's a pretty small amount. So for this to be, somehow
Yeah.
considered like maybe 1% will actually get lower taxes. Highly doubt that. But everybody's taxes will be going up in Allegheny County. You can bet on that. Um, I hear some people saying that this is a great thing. Uh, if you don't criticize your local governments for their out of control spending, I don't think you should be saying that it's a good thing.
Yeah.
We have to cut back on some things. We can't just constantly keep increasing
Right.
taxes. I do see a lot of people already panicked, and a lot of big rental portfolios are getting sold. Like this just happened 3 days ago, and people are selling
Yeah.
their rental portfolios. So it might be a way. When you see agents and realtors saying that they love that this is happening, I think they love it because a lot of people are going to be getting pushed out of their houses, and it may
Yeah.
cause more homes to come to market. Uh, that's the uncomfortable truth to it. I think a lot of people, if they don't pass laws that cap older people or cap lower income
Mhm.
people, they should not have their taxes increased. That is a unrealized gain that your house is worth. That if it has not sold, how can you decide what it's actually worth?
Right.
So I think it's the older people that are gonna suffer from this the most. So they need to pass something right away. This is coming quick. This is going to be 2027 is when this is going to start, and then by
Yeah.
2031, uh,
Doing it
the
again.
reassessment will
Yeah.
be out.
Yeah,
So
because I think they were saying by like July 2027. So
is when it'll start.
a little less than a year from now. So I mean, it's not coming next month, but it is a process. It's going to take a while. Don't panic, but it's definitely something to pay attention to, something to know that it's going to be happening. And then I think, like, yeah, you said that was supposed to be completed within like 5 years, and something that's, can't stop it.
Yeah, so all newcomers, you've already had it. You've already had it. It was a newcomer's tax. If you purchased, it would get reassessed for a specific amount based off of what you purchased the home for. Or if you pulled out a building permit, they would immediately slap you with a reassessment. Now it's going to be countywide.
Yep.
So that is going to be something to think about. Obviously, these areas, uh, 15 minutes north, literally 15 minutes in any direction, you are out of
Yeah.
Allegheny County, where we will
Right.
probably see a big increase of people purchasing out of the county
Yeah.
over this. So be prepared for that.
Yeah.
It's something that we cannot avoid
No,
at this
it's
point.
coming.
So
It's coming no matter what.
yeah, and that's we've talked about it in some previous episodes about the data center coming to Springdale. Going off a little bit on a side tangent, but don't wait if you know there's going to be an issue. Don't wait, right?
Yeah.
That's being worked on, and that's right in the center of town. That data center. So what I mean by don't wait, like it's coming. So if you wait till the very end and you're like trying to bail out quick, it's gonna be too late.
Yeah. Yeah. It's something to
So
think about.
yeah, no doubt. So we have a couple exciting events coming up this weekend in the city.
We
Two
do.
big ones.
Two big
I
ones.
think we picked the ones that we're most excited about, and we tell you.
Well, actually, now that I look, Baconburg is next weekend.
Oops.
So August 30th. But hey, something to prepare for. Also, just in case we plan to be here next week, but hey, like we said, life gets ahead of us. So just in case we're not, be prepared for August 30th as well. Baconburg is back for its second year. So as we've said many times, Pittsburgh loves its weird festivals, especially those surrounding food. So if you love bacon, this is your chance. Come back to the Southside Works Sunday, August 30th. It is free to attend, so no ticket, just show up hungry. It is a festival just dedicated to bacon. So bacon burgers, bacon loaded dishes, barbecues, sweets, anything you can think about having bacon on, it's probably going to be there.
Where's this one
I
at?
think the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile is going to make an appearance. I know people get really excited for that. So that'll also be here. There's going to be beer, bourbon, cocktails, live music, different vendors floating around. So there is also a mechanical pig, I guess, a mechanical hog, I think they call it, that you can ride. So, we had a mechanical pickle here a couple weeks ago, so why not have a pig now? So that'll be one thing going on. But like I said, sorry, that is not this coming weekend. It is next weekend. But get ready for it. And this weekend, the most exciting. So, calling all princesses, knights, and swashbucklers to the woods of West Newton for the festival's highly anticipated season opening. You're going to travel through time and legend, wander along village pathways, and meet costume merrymakers working and performing within 16th century festival grounds. What are we talking about? The Renaissance Festival. It is back. One of the most highly anticipated, I think, events that we have to end the summer, start the fall is the Renaissance Festival. So that is opening weekend this weekend. I plan to be there Sunday. So I'm very excited to, go check it. I love my favorite are I forget what they're called, like the washing wenches. I think they're hilarious. Dave said apparently they weren't as big of a fan, didn't realize that it is a little bit scripted. So I will say, if you don't want to be called on, pay attention. They do definitely look for the people who are on their phones or something. So us and a couple others were watching a football game while we were there last time. And luckily it wasn't us, but it was the people next to us that were also doing it that got called on. So pay attention, look like you're having a good time, and you probably won't get picked on. But that one's fun. I love watching the guy that you throw tomatoes at, all the little kids, he like tells jokes and they throw tomatoes at him, and they have the jousting, which is always a really good time. And of course, great food. It's
Food's
wonderful.
great. They have some sort of,
so good.
what was it, a meatball? I can't think of what it even was, but I think it was a meatball filled with something. It was
Sounds
massive,
good.
like the size
Yeah,
of a pickleball or baseball.
I'd try that.
That was
My
great.
friend's most
So
excited
comforting.
about the baked potato, I guess. So I might try baked potato with them.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff there.
Yeah. Oh,
If you've
it's
never been there, because that was the first time going last year, a
okay.
lot of it is on a hillside, so make sure to wear some comfortable shoes.
Yeah.
Probably stretch as soon as you get out of the car. So you do a
Yes.
lot of hills, a lot of hiking.
Yeah. It
Um,
is. It's what, like about an hour outside of the city. But it is so worth the drive. I think tickets are also too like under $30. So it's totally worth it once you're there. It does look a little bit overwhelming when you first get there because it is a massive parking lot that you drive into, or a field actually that you drive into, but they are so well prepared for this that I feel like we just go straight in, get parked. Leaving has never been an issue because people will stay for different periods of time. It's really great. And then, yeah, you walk into what looks like it's just this little tiny castle. And it's not going to be anything, but then you walk in and it is just crazy everything that they have. There's so much entertainment, vendors, people are all dressed up, including those who just go to hang out. So if you are into the medieval stuff, feel free to dress up. I have never actually dressed up, but I do love seeing how all out people go for it. It's so worth it. Like I said, I'll take a lot of pictures and whatnot and post it on our social media. That way you can kind of get an idea. But that runs, I think, through the end of September, right? I think it's like a month long.
it's a month
So
long.
it's like on the weekends, but definitely worth making the trip for. I know people come in from all over the state. Like I know my brother lives a couple hours away. He's been down for it. So I mean, it's a good time.
Yeah, I'm on the
Definitely do.
website trying to find out what that meatball was.
Still can't stop thinking about the meatball.
Oh,
I
it
don't
just
think I had food the last time I was there, but the people I was with definitely had a lot. I know the big turkey leg is what everybody gets excited for.
yeah.
I think we just had some drinks while we were there and walked around. But like I said, I'm definitely going to try more this year and see what all I can do and report back with. And
Yeah,
they
I've
do
heard.
different themes every weekend too, so that's fun. This weekend's just like the opening weekend celebration, but with football coming up, it will get busy for us because we do go to a lot of football games. So we're going to try to get in there before the football season starts.
Yeah, I see you're repping some gear.
Yeah, I mean, I still have my Ben Roethlisberger jersey, so I have not had anything upgraded there. But it is football season, so I am excited. But I also have season tickets to the Pitt games, which, if you were paying attention earlier, I'm not a Pitt fan. I'm a Penn State fan, but my fiance is a massive Pitt fan, so I went to half the games anyway. I am now a season ticket holder for Pitt.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's fun. It is a really good time. I love being around other sports fans cheering on the city, so it is still fun. And of course, it's inside of Acrisure Stadium, So that's always a good time.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah. But yeah.
All right,
So
guys. That's going
what's
to be
going on?
it.
Yeah. That's all we're going to have on this week's episode of Move Me to Pittsburgh. Thanks for spending time with us.
Yep. And thanks again for tuning in. If you like the show or you have anything to comment, make sure to leave a comment, hit that like button, hit the subscribe.
Absolutely.
We do appreciate it. And we do see every single comment that you leave. So thanks again
Appreciate
for
it.
tuning in.
See you next time.